Welcome back. It's time now for Media Watch. James Creedon is here. James, starting with it's further revelations regarding Dominic Strauss-Kahn affair, just to bring people up to speed, in case you've missed all this over the past few months. Complicated story. Obviously, we're going back to when Strauss-Kahn was arrested in May over allegations of attempted rape against a hotel maid in New York. Since then, there's been claim and counterclaim. Cases have been dropped to criminal cases. Still a civil case to go. However, there was something that was billed as Strauss-Kahn's side of the story and authored by a gentleman called Edward J. Epstein in the States, who claimed that there was some kind of a setup, and as part of that he pointed to security guards celebrating the arrest of Strauss-Kahn at the hotel. There's been a fresh development.
This was an article in the New York Review of Books, a sort of very well-regarded literary twice-monthly magazine in the US. Yeah. In any case, apparently a lot of other publications refused to take this on. I think it was the Daily Beast had the chance to publish it, and they said, actually, we don't want this. In any case, a lot of, as you were saying, very controversial claims. In particular, 2 security guards dancing for upwards of 3 minutes, according to Jay Epstein. And he said that there was this extraordinary sort of dance, which I suppose would suggest that they were celebrating something. What might they have been celebrating? The fact that Dominic Strauss-Kahn had just been caught up in an alleged sexual assault in this hotel.
That's what he was implying.
That's right. Now, actually, he spoke to the France 2 Evening News on the 27th of November. Let's have a listen to what he said about this infamous dance, because, we'll let the guy speak for himself.
You see these 2 men. First, they do high fives with each other. Then they do this most extraordinary, I've only seen it in football games, a victory dance where they hug each other and they kick their legs up and down and up and down. It goes on for 4 minutes.
Well, he said 4 minutes there. Now, he revised that down. Anyway, the New York Review of Books have issued a retraction. Now, this is the magazine we were talking about earlier that published it. Let's have a look online here. You can see the retraction on their website. And here they say, security camera recordings have established that the episode, as described, lasted approximately 13 seconds.
Okay, it's a big difference.
13 seconds to 4 minutes, as he said there. There's a massive gap in between the two. And you'd have to say, what was the reality? What really happened? All we can say really is that we don't know. There are 2 sides to the story. No one has really seen this video, so it's hearsay and it's speculation, really. But what is interesting is that Epstein said immediately after the article was published that he was prepared to go on American television and show this video. He said he'd go on Charlie Rose or one of these shows in the US. Then it turned out he didn't have the video. Then it turned out that the Sofitel was saying rubbish. It was only 30 seconds. Now we see here 13. So lots of smoke screen, lots of confusion, and I suppose mystery around what actually happened.
With the cold eye of the law of any country, I think the fact that the security guards were dancing doesn't prove a great deal.
It doesn't, and that's what the hotel chain was saying. They were saying, look, they could have been celebrating a sports result. It could have been anything. Now, very early on, and I'll just show this article to finish with this topic, because very early on, this is Christopher Dickey for Newsweek and the Daily Beast. Inconsistencies in that article were pointed out. People saying, hold on a minute, he skipped over the alleged sexual assault in one paragraph. That was only consecrated to the actual heart of the issue. Sure. You could, I suppose, say that that's not what he was focusing on. But also, Christopher Dickey says he only really spoke to Dominic Strauss-Kahn's people.
Sure.
In any case, so the controversy, I suppose, continues, but the New York Review of Books don't want to be associated with that video issue any longer.
I think what Christopher Dickey there from Newsweek is saying, that it's time for Dominic Strauss-Kahn to tell his side of the story. I think that really does hold a lot of water. I mean, that's right. Christopher Dickey has interviewed Nafissatou Diallo, the maid in question. Right. He's very close to the story, and I think, seriously, that's the issue, the issue we all want to explain. Exactly. What exactly happened.
Indeed.
There's more chance of pigs flying than that happening, I suppose. Let's move on. Lots of rumours about the Pakistani Prime Minister's health today. He was flown to Dubai yesterday for heart surgery.
Now,
Mr. Zardari.
The Pakistani web has been absolutely alight with this issue today. Lots of conspiracy theories. Lots of people are saying, oh, this is a soft coup. They're trying to push him to one side. He had a heart issue, was flown to Dubai for heart surgery, and he had an angioplasty. In any case, what a lot of people thought was very odd is that while he was getting ready to fly off, the Prime Minister in Pakistan met with Bilawal. Now, Bilawal is the son of Zardari, the heir apparent, also son of Benazir Bhutto. So people were saying, that's pretty odd. You can see there's various tweets about this. I'll just show you one here saying, instead of wishing the president one sec, that's not the right one. Here it is. What I don't understand is how the Prime Minister has time to meet with someone who hasn't even graduated from college when the nation is in crisis. So there was a huge amount of speculation online as to whether or not people were taking advantage of Zardari's ill health to push him to one side while he was out of the country in Dubai, somewhere where he once lived. So people are saying, oh, is he kind of being pushed into exile? Are they trying to get the son in? And this all stems from an incident that happened last month when the ambassador to Washington resigned over the issue of replacing top people in the military. And the thing is, some people are saying that Zardari was in a battle with a certain powerful military figures in the military establishment, that he was trying to kind of take control back from them, and that this could be a means of pushing him to one side. So there you go. Lots of speculation about that. I'll just show you this one tweet before we go. Jamina Khan saying, it's conspiracy theories. I think he might be pregnant, or maybe suffering from a fit of madness. She doesn't believe in these conspiracy theories at all.
Jamina Khan, ex-wife of Imran Khan, of course, a very prominent cricketer, now politician in Pakistan, and someone who should know about the rumour mill in Pakistan. James, thank you very much indeed. James Creedon with Media Watch.